Real Madrid manager Xabi Alonso has sent shockwaves through the football world with his firm stance on Rodrygo'S as Arsenal continue to circle with intent. Alonso has made it crystal clear behind closed doors that the young Brazilian forward is not to be sold, at least not now, because he sees Rodrygo as a player still on the brink of fulfilling his immense potential at the Santiago Bernabéu. To Alonso, Rodrygo is not just another squad option but a talent capable of becoming a cornerstone in Madrid's front line for years to come, and he believes the winger still has unfinished business in Spain's capital. According to sources close to the club, Alonso's challenge to Rodrygo is simple yet ruthless. Fight for your place, prove you belong in the starting 11, and show you can deliver the consistency and big-game performances demanded at Real Madrid. Every match this season is a trial, every training session a test, and Alonso wants Rodrygo to rise above the competition to cement his status as a key weapon in Madrid's arsenal. But make no mistake, Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta is not backing down either. Arteta has long identified Rodrygo as his dream signing for the wide forward role, a player who could bring pace, flair, and Champions League experience to the Emirates project. The Gunners have been monitoring the situation with hawk-like precision, waiting for any crack in Madrid's armor, knowing full well that Alonso's patience has limits. And here's where it gets even more intriguing. While Madrid's stance remains firm for now, insiders reveal a critical caveat. If Rodrygo fails to convince Alonso and the club hierarchy over the coming months, the door could swing open in January for serious negotiations. That's when Arsenal are expected to strike with a blockbuster proposal, confident they can meet the financial demands and lure the Brazilian to London with promises of a starring role. For now, the spotlight is on Rodrygo's response. Will he rise to the challenge and prove himself indispensable at Madrid, or will the pressure and fierce competition force an exit that Arsenal have been dreaming about? The story is far from over, and the next few months could define the trajectory of his career. So football fans, stay locked in, because this transfer saga has all the drama of a Hollywood script: loyalty, ambition, unfinished business, and the possibility of a dramatic twist in January. Don't miss a single update. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you're always first to know when breaking news drops. Arsenal versus Real Madrid over Rodrygo isn't just a transfer rumor, it's the start of a battle for the future of European football. Real Madrid manager Xabi Alonso has made it absolutely clear that the future of Rodrygo'S is not just another transfer story but a defining moment in both the player's career and the direction of two of Europe's biggest clubs, Real Madrid and Arsenal. And while Arsenal's interest in Rodrygo has been well documented, Alonso's position inside the Bernabéu is firm and unshakable for now. Because in his eyes, Rodrygo is not simply a marketable asset or a rotation player, he is a young star with untapped potential, someone who has already shown glimpses of brilliance on the biggest stage yet still carries the hunger to prove he belongs at the very top, and Alonso has laid down a personal challenge to the Brazilian, telling him through actions and strategy that this season is the one that will decide if he becomes a permanent figure in Madrid's starting 11 or if he fades into the shadows of bigger names. The manager wants Rodrygo to demonstrate not just flashes of skill but consistency, mental toughness, and the ability to change games when the pressure is highest. Because Real Madrid do not hand out guaranteed places, they demand that every player earns his shirt week in and week out, and Alonso views Rodrygo as someone capable of carrying that responsibility if he is willing to fight for it. Meanwhile, in London, Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta is keeping a close watch with quiet determination, because for Arteta, Rodrygo has been a dream target for months, the kind of wide forward who could transform Arsenal's attack and give the team the unpredictability and depth it needs to challenge not just for Premier League glory but also to go deep in the Champions League, and Arsenal have been preparing behind the scenes, monitoring Rodrygo's progress, assessing Madrid's stance, and waiting patiently for the right opening, because they know that even though Alonso wants to keep him, Madrid is a club built on results and pressure, and if Rodrygo cannot rise to the occasion in the coming months, his value to Madrid may change quickly. That is why the January transfer window looms as a possible turning point, because while Madrid's stance is firm today, sources indicate that Alonso's patience has a limit, and if Rodrygo does not deliver on the challenge set before him, then the hierarchy may be forced to reconsider, and Arsenal will be right there, ready with a package big enough to tempt both the player and the club, confident in their financial strength and the allure of Arteta's project, which has already convinced several top stars to buy into the Emirates dream. But until then, the focus shifts back to Rodrygo himself, because everything depends on how he responds to the weight of expectation. Will he embrace the challenge and prove to Alonso that he belongs among the untouchables of Madrid, or will he struggle to find rhythm, opening the door for Arsenal to swoop in and rewrite his career trajectory in England? And fans across the world are watching closely, because this saga is not just about one transfer, it is about loyalty, ambition, unfinished business, and the ruthless nature of elite football where every performance can tip the balance of a player's destiny. The story has all the hallmarks of a blockbuster: Madrid's determination to hold their ground, Arsenal's quiet confidence in waiting for the right moment, Rodrygo'S personal quest to show the world that he can be more than a supporting act, and the looming drama of a January window that could turn whispers into reality. And that is why every football fan needs to stay tuned, because this isn't just a rumor. It's a chess match being played out at the very highest level of the game, and the consequences will ripple across Europe. So if you want to be the first to know every twist and turn, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the notification bell, because this battle between Real Madrid and Arsenal over Rodrygo'S could become one of the defining stories of the season, and trust me, you won't want to miss how it unfolds.